Poor guy never stood a chance. Oh, that's a stick. So there's been something that's been on my mind for a few days now, and I haven't really felt comfortable making a video about it. I guess I felt like I didn't have the space, or I left YouTube for 8 years, and now I come back and I want to speak about it, and that seems sort of presumptuous. But in the last few days I've been watching videos from Jack Conte and Casey Neistat, and Kat Riffick posted a video just the other day, and then one a few months back, about how things have changed. Back when I was making videos the first time, it really felt like a community. There was a lot of people and big creators and little creators all connecting in different ways. It just doesn't. Now it feels so much more like a business or an industry than it ever has before, or ever did before. And maybe it was a slow progression over the last 8 years, but I really noticed it coming back. Now let me explain what I mean by that. This whole thing got kicked off because YouTube sent me a survey about the community, and I'm assuming they sent it because I started making videos again, and they wanted to know kind of my opinion about things, and they kept saying YouTube community, YouTube community, YouTube community. They kept asking whether it was the best place to connect with fans, with followers, with brands, with other sponsors, about monetizing. And I realized that there was no questions at all about connecting with other creators. The first videos I watched had been a couple from Jack Conte, where he talked about how he had spent a whole bunch of money making a video and then got virtually nothing from ad revenue, and that was the whole idea behind Patreon. And then Kat Riffick popped up. See, we even had pirate nicknames back then. Like, nobody called each other by the name. Kat. She made a video about how she was uninvited from VidCon because she wasn't sort of a really big creator anymore and wasn't sort of on their radar, and talked about the changing nature of the way that the industry is sort of leaving behind the people who had started making YouTube videos and had really built the community the way it is. Then I was watching Casey Neistat's latest video, and it was a video about how he had to call the police because someone was waiting outside of his door for days and had broken into his building to try to meet him. It was such a weird sort of celebrity thing that I hadn't really thought about would actually be an issue for a YouTuber. But I mean, I guess it's because it's changed. The industry has changed. It's not a community anymore. It's a platform. It's a tool. It's gone from something that connected people to something that people consume. Even creators that I've been following for years, like Craig, Wheezy Waiter, I mean, they're talking about how it's changing, and it's a different world than it was. When I talked about coming back and making these videos, one of the things I said to another creator who I met through YouTube, Rachel Skirts, and I was saying how if Cobra Kai can come back, then why can't I? And I think that metaphor ended up being a little bit more accurate than I thought it would be. And you have this washed up fella who's trying to regain the glory days by bringing it to a new generation. Am I Johnny? Am I the washed up person trying to bring it back? I don't know. And I think at the core, what really makes the creators that I love stand out, what makes them different, whether they're the small creators that don't have a lot of followers and they can't monetize anymore, all the way up to the big creators like Casey Neistat, the things that make me come back day after day to watch their videos is the story and the passion. I don't understand the new generation of popular YouTubers. I understand making a living. I understand the ability to find out what's popular and go for it. The Jake Pauls and the PEWDIEPIEs, they know how to make money. They know how to get views. And I'm not shitting on them for that. They know their business, but they know their business. Their followers are followers, not community members. Maybe that's inappropriate. Maybe it's rude. I don't know. It just I'm totally the old man that's talking about the good old days. I fully understand that. But I wonder if there's been something lost. And the thing that's here is fine and it's consumable. It makes me think of what Jack Conte said in one of his videos. He said that people will watch the things that are free and easy, but they'll pay for the things that move them. That's a bad paraphrase, but it's getting the point across. Even with the changing nature of YouTube, that connection matters to me. I want to be able to know that the term doobly-doo came from Craig back in the early days of his making the videos. I want to know that the whole nerd fighter movement came from two brothers just trying to communicate only electronically for a year. These beautiful experiments in connection that end up becoming community. Even the sports racers. Zay Frank started making a video because he was quitting smoking, he was unemployed, and it was his birthday. And yet this community grew up around it, and it was beautiful, and it was strong, and it fostered and planted the seeds of so many things. Maybe that's what it comes down to. Maybe I can't complain about what plants grew from the seeds. I should just be glad that the seeds grew it all. But still, that fella who broke into Casey Neistat's office, what a piece of shit. Okay, so I had this idea as I was walking back to work. For this video, I'm gonna make the most clickbaity thumbnail that I can think of. I'll even put clickbait in the title, and we'll see how that impacts things. Call it another little experiment.